Yo, what's up? This is my DPS Changli build. This is what I've been using. Seems like it works really well. So I have Changli with fusion set. Still need to upgrade them. They're still not fully upgraded. Got this weapon, but I got her stats pretty high up. She's level 80. Then I got my Yinlin. There's some investment I still got to get on her, but she's pretty invested on too. And then she has full Void Thunder, all level 25. And then I have more Teffy, and I'm actually running the Rejuve set with the Cruise Wing on him. One of the reasons why is because my more Teffy is low level, epic weapon. Yeah, so low investment stats. So he doesn't really have a lot going. What's nice about Rejuve and the Cruise Wing is that you're going to give your whole team 15%. So he's going to be buffing my Changli and my Yinlin who have investment, so he'll be providing a lot of DPS that way. But what's also great about Mortefi is if we come to his ultimate applies a buff to both your other two characters, where whenever you do a basic attack, it fires off like a one of his like explosion things, and then if you do a heavy attack, it fires off two of them. Well, with Changli, she actually is going to be doing a lot of basic attacks. Her heavy attack is considered a skill, at least the 4 stack consume, and then her like dashes are also considered skills, but she does actually have a lot of basic attacks you'll do to get to that skill, right? To get to that, you're actually doing enough basic attacks to proc it. Then Yinlin's going to have a bunch of off-field damage herself with her Forte Circuit. And then since I have her weapon, it's going to be 36% better if you line it up properly. So Yinlin's going to be doing a bunch of off-field damage. He's going to be doing a bunch of off-field damage. And then you're going to be on Changli just smacking the boss, having your other two characters damage him while you're not even playing them. And then because Cruise Wing heals you, you get the Rejuve proc, and then you have a way to heal yourself in the open world. And since it'll just blow stuff up constantly, you don't really have to worry too much about the healing. And then if you need a healer, you can just put Baija in the slot of Mortefi whenever you need an actual healer. This build might be better with Verena, because Verena is the best character in the game. But I don't want to play Verena, so if you don't play Verena, your options actually do seem to be a lot more flexible. It seems like this might actually be better than running Baija for DPS. So, but yeah, you gotta do more testing. The other thing too is that because Mortefi's fusion damage, Changli will buff him with her outro skill. Now, I don't know, because of the outro skill, it says until you're switched out. I'm assuming the way it works is when you pop Mortefi's ultimate and then you switch to another character, it will keep that enhanced ultimate, but maybe if you switch off, it will revert down to if you didn't have the Changli buff. I'm not sure, but assuming it works the way I'm hoping it works, that means you can then use Mortefi's ultimate and have Changli buff it, but then you basically just switch back to Yinlin or Changli, and then Changli, in a sense, isn't buffing another character. She's buffing her damage with her outro skill, because she's hitting the boss with her basic attacks and proccing Mortefi's ultimate. So let me just show you on this boss. I have been level 5 with this build. So let me just see how far I can get on live recording. So I just pop the Cruise Wing. I do that, then I switch to Yinlin. Then I do her 2 skills, and I switch to Changli. Dodge if I need to, then I do that. Get that ready, and oh, I missed the dodge, so I died. Let me just let him wipe me now. Let me have him kill my character. Come on. Dead. Kill the last one, and then I'll do one more attempt. and then I'll do some stuff in the open world. But that was a pretty bad first attempt, so let me just redo it. You can't reset your Concerto energy, so if you hit the tap to quit, it'll keep your Concerto energy, so it fucks up combo learning and stuff, so I just let the boss kill my characters, the best way to do it. So do that, then switch to Yinlin, do her skills, then switch to Changli, dodge if I need to, do that. He's going to do that, get that ready, dodge. I didn't get the skill thing right, it's annoying. Dodge, do this, hit him again, do another skill, hit him, and now we're going to do the heavy into Mortefi, so we can pop that, then pop his ultimate, then do that skills, then switch to Yinlin, then dodge again, then pop those, pop that, dodge, do her heavy. Oh, I didn't have the heavy ready. Now I have the heavy ready. Do that, pop that, then get the bonus damage from Yinlin on her ultimate, then land, then do her heavy, then pop back to Mortefi so we can get the cruise wing, then pop that, then switch back to Yinlin, then use her skills, then switch to Changli and dodge when we need to. Dodge. Oh, I got hit by that. Unfortunate. Is what it is. Didn't die somehow. Pop those. Keep doing that. We want to get our heavy ready so that we can then swap, cancel into the Mortefi, and then pop his ultimate, and then pop the cruise wing. So we got to try and get that. This boss is being annoying, so it is what it is. Do her heavy into the Mortefi, into his ultimate, into the cruise wing, into that, into the Yinlin, into that, into her heavy. He's going to get parried, so we're going to get the game's going to pause itself. Then we do that. Then we do this. Then we do this. Then we jump so that we can get this off faster. Bam. He's going to do the stupid feather move, which is probably going to kill me. Didn't kill me somehow. He's going to do the Gion tech in a second. There it is. Now we can attack him in the air because even though he's a pussy, he's not going to be able to run away. Then we do that. Then we do this. Then we pop that again. Then we do this. Then we do that. Then we pop the Yin Lin. Then we do this. Then we do that. Then he does that. Doesn't matter. Then we pop the ultimate. Bam. Then we do this. Then we pop her heavy into the Mortefi. He runs away. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Oop. Boop. Pop that. Do that. Oh, get the Phantom Parry. Bam. Go that. Then do this into that. Then he does the pussy strat. And then we die. Okay. Well, we got pretty far. Got pretty far. That was a much better attempt. As you can see, you make small mistakes like that and you're gonna die. That's how Tactical Hologram is. That's what I like about it. It's a one-shot kind of environment. Probably still gonna be able to kill this loser nonetheless, but it is what it is. I didn't get to kill him with Changli, but Changli's also one of those characters where she does put herself in danger way more than other characters. So that is something I'm learning about her, when to use what skills, because she does kind of put herself in danger a lot. So you do have to be kind of careful on her with down bosses. I might die here because of his pussiness. You can do this too. You can gun him down on Mortefi, so you can do that and be like, yo, what's up, bitch, and just gun him down like he's a degenerate. So that's another cool thing about the gun characters, is they can also do what Changli does and fight losers in the air. So yeah, that's the build on the boss. And then in the open world, it's a joke. At least everywhere but Mount Firmament. Mount Firmament, you might have to put a Baiju on every now and then, or a Verena for healing. But in the open, like everywhere else, it's a joke. So we just do that, and we're able to just make hair on our bitch. What are these guys gonna do to us? Nothing. We're gonna be wasting abilities constantly because it's not even worth it to use abilities on these guys a lot of the time. So we're just gonna waste stuff because it's a waste of time to even fight these losers. So yeah, ults. And yeah, as you can see, just everything in sight's just gonna die. No one has a chance against this build. Um, you get a badass scientist dude with 2 pistols and then 2 hot women. So it's a nice aesthetic comp. Yinlin almost kind of looks like this guy's sister. And then I guess Changli's like his girlfriend. So yeah, you can play it. It's just basically a team comp like that, you know? Uh, Yinlin and her brother, and then his girlfriend are going around just killing wolves and giant chickens. And that's the story that you can have, I guess. Do the heavy attack into the swap. I messed up the swap, kind of, is what it is. Do that. Pop the Yinlin. These guys are taking a little bit longer than the other guys, I guess. But doesn't really matter because they're all going to die. And it's also, like, cool because you got the purples. You got her reds, but you also got Mortefi, whose reds are a little darker. So you got a bunch of colors and explosions going off. You got the cruise wing that's like a green beam on you. So if you like colors, it's great for colors too. It's got a lot of colors in it. I don't have Encore, so maybe you could even run Encore Healer. And then, because you could swap cancel her heavy and use Yinlin's ultimate. I've done that before. It's kind of fun. And, where is it? It's one of the modes that you can play right now. It's the thing in the city. It's called Tactical Simulacrum or whatever. Simulacrum or whatever. That you can play test Encore. I've tried that. And you can do some cool stuff, but you can't change their echoes out, so I can't put the Cruise Wing Rejuve cell on her and try her out as a healer. So maybe she might even be better than Mortefi. But I don't know. It seems like Mortefi's pretty nuts because you can just have Mortefi and Yinlin. I don't even have a maxed out Mortefi. I have 2 stars in him, and then you see my investment is pretty poor, and I was able to kill that boss at the end with just Mortefi and Yinlin. I mean, my Yinlin's pretty busted, so it makes sense, but the point is that my Mortefi has a ton of potential to do way more damage, and again, if that fusion buff and ultimate buff doesn't disappear when you switch characters, and it's like a snapshot and it keeps that, then yeah, this could be like an insane DPS team you could run. Because you got Yinlin, Mortefi's off-field damage constantly going off, while Changli's just smacking the boss. And Changli is like one of the best characters in the game for fighting things because she can just chase after enemies. She can fight enemies in the air. Her potential for sticking to targets is unreal. She's like one of the best characters in the game for that. So if you can play Changli as a DPS and then have 2 other DPS characters that DPS while you're sticking to the boss, then it's not just like a number potential, it's a consistent damage potential of being one of the highest consistent DPS characters in the game. Because maybe Kalchara will beat her, but it's so easy to whiff a heavy attack on a boss like Heron. With his ult heavy, it happens all the fucking time. Heron will like fly away. You'll miss that heavy swap cancel, and that'll be like a shit ton of damage you lost because you didn't predict Heron was going to move that time in that direction, and then you missed the heavy attack. This character, it's really hard to miss attacks because she'll just like teleport to the boss and hit him with it. So it just seems like the potential for this character is nuts. And on top of that, I don't even have her at 4 stars, but if you get her to 4 stars, you can have this, and then with rejuvenation, that's 35%. Baija with rejuve can get 30%, and you have to pick up her stupid feather. So this character with rejuve and 4 stars is better than Baija as a DPS healer. Not better than Verena, because Verena with Rejuve has 50%, but she gets pretty close to even Verena, and I'm pretty sure her damage is way higher than Verena. And she actually has, like you saw, good swap cancels, so it's possible if you're fighting like a spectro resistant boss that you might even be able to run a 4-star Changli as your healer over Verena, which is nuts, at least when it comes to DPS, which seems to be, in my opinion, the most important thing in this game. Maybe tankiness stuff will be more important down the future, but at least for now, it seems like DPS is king. So if your healer isn't giving you DPS, they're not really a healer. Spectral Rover and Jian Shin don't give you buffs, but Baija and Verena do. So they're healers, and Jian Shin and Spectral Rover are just sub DPSs that can heal you. So, but Changli can actually become a healer if you get her to 4 stars. So I'm running her as a DPS, as a DPS build, but if you have her 4 stars, you can run her as a healer. And if you want, you can also run her the way they intended you to run her, as a sub DPS for, I guess, Encore or Chixia, because those are the only 2 DPS fusion characters in the game. So this is my DPS build. This is what I'm running. I don't have her at 4 stars. If I had her at 4 stars, I might run her as my healer with Calcharo and Yinlin, because I don't want to play Verena, but Baija's painful to play because of that feather. So she'd be a good like middle ground, and she's hot and she looks awesome and she's fun to play. So she'd be my favorite healer in the game to play. But I don't have her at 4 stars, so I can't do that. So this is what I'm doing to make her DPS, because I don't want to be an Encore bitch, and I don't even have Encore. So this is what I'm running. This is the DPS Changli build. I guess it's more of a Yinlin Changli duo DPS with more Teffy, giving some supporting fire and throwing out a butterfly every now and then to heal their wounds. That's what this build is. Yinlin and Changli are the ones getting things done, and Mortefi is the scientist guy in the background, making sure that they're taking their medication and healing their wounds and doing all that stuff. So that's the build. That's what I'm running. There's probably better DPS builds out there that people have theory crafted for Changli, but this is why I'm running. This is why I'm having fun playing. And I basically do all the hard content in the game with just this build. So I don't think it really matters at the end of the day. This build works and it's fun to play. But yeah, you gotta have Yinlin and Changli. So yeah, most people probably aren't going to be able to play this build, especially if you're new to the game. So that's the build. Bye.